guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. Today I have decided to do my very first revise with me. Basically it's a study with me, but it's specifically for my chemistry exam. So for those of you who don't know, I'm studying biochemistry at uni and I'm in my first year, so I've just finished my exam. And in this particular video I was revising for my inorganic and physical chemistry exam. So in this video I'm basically showing you a couple of the techniques that I used to revise across about 3 days, so these clips are not all from the same day. I also had a lot of help from my friends who actually do chemistry. They do the pure chemistry course, so they know a lot more than I do and they helped me out a lot. I didn't film any of that, but this is pretty much the rest of the techniques that I used, so let's get on with it. So you just saw me setting up my little workstation. I work in my room, that's just what I decided to do this year, but I decided that at this point, which was actually a couple of days into revision, maybe 1 day in or something, I was going to have a go at a past paper. This wasn't a past paper that I thought was particularly relevant. It was the oldest one that we had, so this is it, and I basically thought I'd do it to just see what kind of questions would come up. That's always a good thing to do because you need to be revising the right things. At uni there kind of is a wrong and a right thing to revise, unlike at A-level when you just have to know it all with a pinch of salt, but like I felt like I needed to see exactly what kind of questions they were going to ask, so I thought I would do it and have a little go having done some revision already. So for one of our lecture series we had some really clunky PowerPoints, so I decided to write out the main points and basically write out notes for those PowerPoints. So here I am writing about crystal field theory from what I can see, and I know you can't see this very well, but I believe it zooms in a minute and you'll be able to see that basically I'm just doing little colour-coded notes and diagrams, which is basically what was on the PowerPoint but in a condensed form, so that I can read over it, or like if I do a question and I don't really understand, I can look back at these notes. And here they are, zoomed in, so you can basically see more of what I was doing. So I basically did the same thing for another lecture series. So for thermodynamics, I wrote out the most important things I needed to know, so like all the equations and the like laws of thermodynamics and stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. And then whilst I was having dinner with Bjorn, we were making risotto, which takes forever to cook. So I basically was stirring the risotto and then reading out facts to him about the transition metals and stuff, just like cold hard facts that I needed to know. And this is the next day where I am just writing a little list of the things that I need to do. I find this a really motivating way to get stuff done. It feels so good when you tick it off, so that's why I did that. And here I am doing some more notes, just to like refer to when I don't understand what's going on or to try and learn from, and this is kinetic stuff. Having done those past papers, I basically worked out what wasn't super relevant and decided that this stuff basically didn't come up very often and that I would just read over the slides. And then in this section, I am basically highlighting notes that I've written on the same lecture series but on the more important topics. So basically just to get it into my memory and make my notes nicer. And then I actually used a whiteboard to write out lots of equations to try and test myself, and then I rubbed parts out and tried to fill them in like a minute later and that kind of thing. And I also did this on the day of the exam. It was at 4:30, so I wrote out like loads, everything that I felt like I needed to know to check I had it all in my memory. I did that on my whiteboard because it's fun. So essentially I did these techniques and then I repeated them, so like the writing out notes thing and then highlighting them I did for a couple of different lecture series, even though you only saw one. So this wasn't the full thing, but this was pretty much what I did. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you in my next video. Subscribe if you haven't, and have a good day. Bye!